Hello, it's Deb with Art and Grace. How is everybody today on Monday? Hope y'all had a good weekend. I'm looking at the background, making sure. The sun is coming through the window. I have worked hard to get my lighting right, and hopefully it won't be too bad. Oh, good. Somebody's here. Say hi when you pop on. Good. I see thumbs up, so you must be able to hear me and see me. I'm looking for comments. Come on, comments. How's everybody doing? I'm super excited about August in this showcase. Oh, good. Hi, Tracy. I'm so glad you're here and able to tell me yes. Hey, Tammy. Glad you're here too. Tammy is thinking about coming on board as a presenter, so that would be awesome. We have a full showcase for August, but we are definitely going to add a few new presenters for September. And we also need a few backups. So if you are watching this or watching the replay and you're like, hey, I didn't even realize, then go ahead and message me and I'll talk to you about it. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Christy. Yes, good, Tracy. Thank you so much. Yes, Tammy. Okay, so guys, tonight we are doing this cute little gnome. He's a pumpkin, a little gnome pumpkin. See, a little acorn and leaves. And I actually think we can improve him. So as I paint him tonight, I am going to bring him out a little bit and make him look a little more like a pumpkin instead of just a big fat round guy. But anyway, hopefully y'all will have fun. Hi, Deborah. Mississippi's in the house. What other states do we have represented? So I'm here in Texas. Y'all tell me where you're at. And how's the weather? We've had a little bit of rain and thunderstorms lately. Let's see. You was way up top. Yes, you were, Dawn. Thank you. Hi, girl. So is anybody painting with me? I know I really dropped the ball on getting the information in the unit because I don't think of myself as a presenter, y'all. I think of myself as just overseeing everybody. And I was like, oh no, did I do this? And I went and looked and North Carolina. Yes, Christy, did you have rain today? Georgia, light rain. Lampasas, did you have rain, Sandy? A cup for your father-in-law's birthday. That is so sweet, Becky. You are awesome about making things for people. I love it. Good, Tracy. Okay, so Tracy, when you do yours, you might want to bring out this bottom of the pumpkin, and we're going to make him look a little bit more like a pumpkin. Cute as is, but you can wing it. I mean, I didn't have a tracer. I just drew it, so I'm sure y'all can. Think about the pumpkin as a circle. The hat is like a rectangle, but then it gets smaller at the top, so like a triangle basically upside down. Thank you, Sandy. Oh, I don't think you can from a group like this. This is a private group, so you guys that are in get to enjoy everything, but I don't think it lets us share out of it. So we just have to be good about telling our friends, hey, have you been in this group? You need to get in there. It's free, so get in there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this down and we will kind of get going now. Oh, hey, Amy, y'all bear with me. I'm not used to doing my camera this way. And as y'all know, I am not a techie person. I know I didn't have to tell anybody that. Y'all figured that out if you watch me. So hold on. I know I'm going to have to do some kind of hi, Gloria, upside down thing. And then I'm going to watch the comments on my laptop. So let's see. How is that? I'm going to need to pull it up so I can even see what y'all see. So go ahead and let me know. Can you see well? I don't know what you're going to be able to see. So let's see here. Probably a little more this way maybe. Okay, bear with me. I'm tightening it all up and we're going to get started. I'm hoping that this will be a better view for you guys. Are y'all still there? Crazy. My phone dialed 911. I hit something on the side that I don't know, girl. Okay, are we back in business? Literally, it was calling 911. Okay, y'all, I'm a hot mess. So this is what you get with me. We're going to paint something cute, but it's going to be a little bit of a hassle to get started. Thank y'all for the love. I swear. I can't with me. I can't. Okay, do y'all see these cute gnomes? Can y'all see them? You probably can't. My little ceramics I've been doing. So I'm going to put this here for me to look at while I paint, but you guys let me know just in the comments if you need to see the example or something, and I will definitely hold it up for you. So whatever colors you want as your background, I'm going to put down a little blue, excuse me, blue and white, and mix up just a light blue for the background. And I kind of swirl it, so I'll show y'all my process, but I think if you're painting along, then you probably know how to kind of mix your colors, or you can do all one color, or just watch me here and I'll show you. I want to lighten it up quite a bit, so mostly white and less blue than what I poured. So, okay, so I've got a lot of this light blue color out, but I'm going to keep my white handy, and I'm going to go into this blue, and I just dipped right into the white as well because I know it's going to be pretty dark if I don't. And I'm just going to go around this gnome. Now you can do, can y'all see the whole thing? Yes. You can do a solid color. You can do smooth and really, you know, a nice smooth finish, which would be when you go back and forth like this, you're going to get a really nice smooth finish. But what I do, I like to do a textured looking kind of background. So I'm doing the X's is what I do. So once this dries here, I'll be able to go back in and put that texture into it. Has everybody eaten dinner? Like, I know the time zones are different for everybody. So it's 7 here in Texas. And I'm just curious if everybody has eaten dinner by now, or... Hello? Okay, can y'all hear me? Y'all, I think I'm almost positive that the police just called me to see if everything was okay. Unbelievable. You know that means they're going to show up. Because I tried to answer it, but they were already gone, I guess. Y'all, I don't know. I think I need to stick to organizing events and not painting for events. Okay, so I normally would be doing this kind of crisscross background, and it'll be okay. Once this dries a little, I can go in there and do it. But I'll start on the other parts. So just kind of crisscross, back and forth, adding in a little more white, different areas. And I'm doing a 9x12. I actually did not test printing your tracers, so I'll test that. I should have done that just to make sure that it's prints right. Oh, did anybody print it? Oh, did you, Dawn? That's what I'm afraid of, Gloria. Hi, Madeline. How are you? Oh, gosh. You ate early. It's 8 p.m. there, Tracy. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this is, I don't know. Maybe I should go earlier next time. But it's really hard for us to try to get everybody, you know. We don't want to go too early because people will be eating dinner. We don't want to go too late because, you know, I mean, people get into TV shows or whatever. So it's kind of hard to know what is a good time. So here's where I am going to just use my brush to kind of make this pumpkin a little bit bigger. I drew him a little bigger on this one, but you can always just use your, so from everything from this point on will be the background. So just crisscrossing my white with my blue. And if I see places, there we go. Now we can get some of that white in there. So see how it gives it just kind of a textured look, and I kind of like that look. Now, not everybody does, so you may want to do yours. If you feel like you get too much white, go back in there with a touch of blue and just kind of work it in. Just kind of work it till you get it how you want it. But I am going to go in and kind of swirl it to make it have the appearance of wind. I'm totally ready for some fall weather. It has been so hot here, and I have been out and about for the last several days. I've not been home much, and so, gosh, y'all, it's so hot you just can't even breathe. In fact, there has been, you know, the ozone alerts where they put the signs up, and it's terrible. And I feel so sorry for people that, or for dogs that get left out. I think it's so horrible. You know, our dog's treated more like a human, so she's okay. Okay, we have almost got that background done. I'm trying to kind of go fast because I know you guys don't need me to take a big long time to do this background, but you're just getting some crisscross. If you go into the hat, it's okay, or the pumpkin, because you're gonna paint that, so you don't have to be super careful around those edges. Y'all see the full canvas? I see my apron in the computer, so I was thinking maybe y'all couldn't see. Let me mute that. It does, Sherry. So what's the temperature? Oh, is it, Carrie? Hey, they come in all kinds. So we got to represent all the chubby pumpkins, the thin pumpkins, and everything in between. We like it all. And seriously, it's so fun when you go pick out a pumpkin. Just, you know, we used to always go, all of us in the family, and everybody would want to pick their own. The kids would get a little small one, and we always kind of tended to get ones that would line up and look like our little family. I think that's so fun. Okay, so got my background. Like I said, super whimsical, easy. Now, as this background dries, I will go in and do a little bit more to it, but for now, that is good enough. I'm going to wipe off my brush and do my, I'm going to do my beard next. Actually, I take that back. Let's do the hat next. Because if you do your beard next, look what could happen. Your arm could get into the beard while you're doing your hat. So we'll go ahead and do the hat. And I'm going to do this navy. Should I do a different color, guys? Let me do a different color. So you saw, here's the navy. So see the navy. I am going to do a teal this time just to show you a different look. This is the bluegrass green that I'm using a lot of. I love it. And I am going to also put out just a little tiny dot of black. And I'm going to mix that with just a tiny bit of this bluegrass green so that I have one little pile that is darker, a much darker bluegrass green than the other. You guys can mix your colors. You don't have to go buy a ton of colors. So you can mix if you want to get different ones. In fact, I have a free color mixing chart that I can, anybody that wants one, I'll put the link in the comments. But that's helpful when you want to see how to make your own colors. So I've got this dark, this is the darker one I've mixed with black. So I'm going to get some of that on my brush and some of my regular bluegrass green. And I'm going to come along this first side here. So it kind of does the automatic shading for you. So it's going to be darker on that outside. Now, my brush that I grabbed is not fantastic, but if you have a really good one with a really good crisp point, you can take it and that can be your line. You don't have to even worry about using a small brush to get it straight. So that's pretty good. I'm going to be okay with it because, you know, like I say, these whimsical paintings do not need a really sharp line. It's okay if it's imperfect. I mean, it's a little gnome, for goodness sakes. So I am going to go ahead and take this all the way in, and if you notice on this painting, I did make my tip a lot smaller. But I am going to go pick up this. This is the real bluegrass green. I'm going to bring that in, and probably a little bit of white. You just kind of, for me, I just kind of like to mix, and so get that lighter color there on the outside. And if you go over, it's okay. Your hat will just be a little bit bigger. I'm just trying to get a pretty crisp. I obviously need to replace my flat brush. This is a really good flat brush, number 10 flat, but the bristles are just not as new and tight as they used to be. So, hi Debbie. Could you paint the entire background, then put the pumpkin gnome on top? Yes, you can. You sure can. Once it's dry, you can paint right on top of that background. That is probably easier because you don't have to go around. But for the sake of time, I mean, I just did this. There's a lot of different ways. So the way that I do things is the way that, you know, might work for me or might work for me tonight. But yeah, y'all experiment. It is so fun to see. That's why I like mixing colors and just kind of playing around. I did this pumpkin and I liked it, but then I looked at it again today and I was like, you know, I don't know that he really is shaped like a good pumpkin, so let's fix that. So, you know, I'm just a super casual painter, I think, and so nothing bothers me, which I know a lot of you guys will not enjoy painting with me or won't paint with me because of that, but I paint for fun and relaxation, and I've learned to really love these fun paintings that don't require you to be careful, and they definitely help me relax. So I have the darker on the outside, and then I'm gonna come around here and put the darker on the inside right here, because why is this still not muted? There. Because the light source is going to be coming from this way for me, so my outside will be lighter, and then this other side would not have the light, so make it a little bit darker. And it's no big deal. If you don't want to mess with that, it's fine. You don't have to. You can just paint it all one color. So that's the bluegrass green. I just think it's such a pretty color. Oh, thanks, Anne. It does, Sherry. You're probably much better at blending than me. I just kind of do it. Everything that I do is just kind of how I like it, you know? I don't go by rules. I've not been to art school, you know. I know that's why I know that a lot of people will be like, oh, I can't paint with her. She doesn't go by the rules. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more of this dark. So I'm mixing my bluegrass green with some black. And I'm going to come in here and put some wrinkles where, you know, the hat, it would be scrunching over sort of. So just kind of put in some. Still want to keep my dark over here. And like I said, if I had a better brush that I could almost just line it with this. Okay, that's good enough for me. I'm going to move on and do the little pumpkin body. I do. Well, like I said, I'm definitely not the best painter. I just have so much fun with it that it's kind of like a little mission of mine to get women painting if they're willing and, you know, just having fun with it because life is so stressful, y'all. I mean, I don't have to tell you, you know. And I cannot tell you how much it's helped me and so many people that I know. So I just know, and I just found out another friend of mine just started painting. Now, I knew her a long time ago. We haven't lived by each other for a very long time. And she had mentioned that she's painting now. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So it's sometimes I think we are so busy when we're raising kids that we don't take time for hobbies. But guys, we need to. You need to. So if you have young kids, don't feel guilty. I'm going to just draw this nose with this gray just so that I don't lose where it is. And then I'll go back and paint it in just a second. So here, what I'm doing for my beard, and this is just how I do it. I'm going to come up here and kind of figure out where I want it and see how I like the look. So I want his shoes to show. And this now does look more like a pumpkin, so I'm good with it. And so I'm going to paint this background in gray. And let me show you again what it looks like when I'm done. So mine is just that scraggly beard. I see a lot of emojis. Thank y'all. Yes, Sherry, it is so good for our health. Mental health, it lowers your blood pressure, literally lowers your blood pressure. So if you're stressed out, have anxiety, you've got to start. If you need help, you need supplies, you tell me. I will get you some basic supplies. I just want women to do it, to just see if it helps. And you can start in a sketchbook. It doesn't have to be a canvas like this. You can start with just watercolors or markers. Just see if it helps you. And whenever I paint, I usually do not have any music on. I know it sounds so crazy because hardly anybody does that, but I seriously just love the peace and quiet, and I pray. And I might not pray the entire time, but it's just my time, and I feel like a different person, so it really does help. So I'm not paying much attention to the shape. It does not have to be, you know, uniform because, you know, it just doesn't. It's a gnome. So if you want it to kind of come out, you can. Anyway, that's my background, just some gray paint. And then we'll do some white on top of it once this dries. So I'm going to use this same round brush. This is a round number, maybe a 6 or 8, probably a 8, but it's covered up in paint, so I can't tell. Hi, Marty. Oh, hi, Linda. I haven't painted with either of y'all in a while. Glad y'all are here. So here's what we're painting if you're just joining. A little gnome. I did change up the color. Instead of blue, I'm doing the bluegrass green here. And just chit-chatting. So y'all chit-chat in the comments. I love to read it when I'm done. I'm going to go in here with some orange. I'm using Deco Art Bright Orange. And I am going to mix a little bit of brown with it to get a darker. I'm going to mix the sienna. It's got a lot of red in it, burnt sienna. So it's a brown with a lot of red in it. And I'm going to put a little bit of that out. Oh, I just dropped my black. And I'm probably going to need that in a second. Let me move all that. Okay, so I'm just taking a little bit and putting it in a pile and mixing with the black to get a dark, dark brown. Not too dark, I guess, but... because this actually gives your pumpkin a pretty color underneath. We're going to go over it with orange. In fact, I just kind of go right into the orange and then when it dries, I even put more orange on top. But It gives it a richer color. I don't have to be totally perfect either on this because I am gonna go over that beard with white. I can actually, if you want to, you can go right over your feet. So that I'm just showing you little tricks so that you don't have to worry about being perfect, because you can easily add those back in. If you're a Texas Longhorn fan, you could leave your pumpkin this color because this is about the color. But since I have Aggies, I cannot leave it this color. But again, once this dries, I'll be going back in with some orange. So don't worry if you think this is crazy. It's too dark for a pumpkin. I'm going to lighten it up. Let's see if I've missed anything. Oh, thanks, Linda. Yes, Carrie. I don't really get up because I stay up late. But yeah. Sherry, don't we all? Isn't that the truth? That's always, it just takes over. It takes over the house. I'm having trouble with storage. I really need to figure out something to keep my stuff because, man, I just don't have enough storage in here. And I know everybody's like, well, buy less. But, you know, we need a lot. It takes a lot of paint. I'm a crafter as well, so I do a lot of art crafts. So I have lots of wood, wood pieces to paint on and all kind of stuff. Dollar Tree kind of wood, or not just wood, but supplies. So anyway, I need to get some organization, maybe some bins, or I don't really know. I've tried to think of things I could make, maybe using, what do you call those? Pallets. Those pallet bucket. There's probably a name for it. What is it called, y'all? I'm saying pallet bucket, but you know. Surely you know what I mean. Crate. A wood crate. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so now we kind of have him looking more like a pumpkin, I hope. I've not done the sides yet. Okay, so let's let that dry. Our gray is almost dry. But while I'm letting all that dry, I'm going to go ahead and take a small, like a liner brush. This one is just a cute little #1 liner. And I'm going to do some work on this acorn. So while I've got my browns mixed, I'm going to go in with a dark brown. Always start with your darkest color first and then build on top of it. So I'm going to do some dark brown here. If your brush isn't flowing well, just add a little bit of water. Get your brush wetter because I noticed mine was kind of sticking. And I just hand drew this little acorn because it's easy. But I don't know for sure. I think it's because I remember they wear a little cap. So hopefully this looks like an acorn when we're done. Yes, Linda, I am a craft hoarder. Sarah, bless you. How's your house? Oh, Amy, you're right. I do. I have a lot of ceramics, and every time we get a delivery, Ron's like, because, yeah, I love my ceramics, guys. Oh, my goodness, I love my ceramics. That's the problem with us, that our artsy, craftsy people, I just want to do all of it. But I do really, really love ceramics. If I had like a studio, I could totally do ceramics, like way more. What I do is called ceramic bisque, so you don't have to fire it a second time. It's been fired once, And then when you get it, you can paint it with acrylic paints, seal it, and then that's it. Once you sealed it, it's finished. I think that needs to be rounder. Oh yeah, that's it. It needs to be rounder right there. I just knew it wasn't looking like what I pictured in my head. And go back with a little dark brown. I added some black to my brown to get a darker brown. Make this look a little more like a cap. Okay, that's looking more like an acorn. So then I'll let that dry, and then we'll dress it up in a little bit. Yes, Mod Podge. Hi, Sue. Oh, thank you. Honestly, I use triple thick. I see what you were saying, Debbie. On the Mod Podge, I used to use Mod Podge. Let me show y'all this triple thick, what it does. Can y'all see this one? This is one that I painted recently with the copper penny from Deco Art, and it is gorgeous. Do you see how glossy and pretty? This is a jar, by the way. But anyway, so triple thick by Deco Art is what I use now. If I'm trying to be cheap, I'll use Mod Podge, but it's not that much more expensive, and it's so much better. But I just probably hadn't used this. I had used Mod Podge up until I found this. And y'all, that's one of the reasons I love spray or paint on. You just brush it on. It's just like clear, thick. I'll pour it into here, and hopefully you can see see it? Thick, clear liquid. And you just brush it on. Hope y'all could see that. Just with any kind of, any paintbrush that I have like this would work. And get a good, I'd put a good, pretty thick coat. If you do it too thick, it'll run. So you don't want it just dripping or anything. But I put a good coat. And yeah, and I'm sure that that's perfect. Try it. I just haven't bought any, but yeah, it should be very, very similar. I'm going to go back in here and add a little more orange. But it just gives you a really richer look if you do some brown in there with it, or first. Either as you do it, or go back and put some orange. Excuse me. And we can add some ribbing through here. Always, if I paint something, sometimes I paint it 2 or 3 times depending on how many, tutorials I'm doing. But I love doing it a little bit different each time because it just kind of shows you variations. So this one's having a different color with the bluegrass green. And I don't know, I'm such a visual person myself that I'm hoping y'all enjoy that too, where you can say, yeah, that's pretty, I like that color, or yeah, I'm gonna stick with the blue. Okay, that's good for now. Thank you, Deborah. Who said that? Oh, Amy, thank you. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of a ceramic freak. They're just so pretty. And if you guys had a grandmother or maybe a mother or somebody who painted them, I think back in the 70s and early 80s, it was a really popular thing. And so many of you probably have the Christmas trees or a sleigh. I have a sleigh. Something else she made. My grandmother made a frog one time. I mean, it was just kind of a big deal back then. So that is part of the reason I probably love them, is the nostalgia of it. Okay, I just got to put a little more orange right here. Sometimes I know what I'm going to do, but if it's sitting there kind of unfinished, I feel like y'all are going, she missed a spot. So I feel like I need to come in here and Just let y'all know, don't worry, it's always a mess until really close to the end. And that's when we clean everything up, add the details, and it really starts looking cute. You'll see that little thing there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do some white because he is pretty dry on the gray is pretty much white. I mean, dry. You have a tree, a flip-flop photo frame, and a tiny hippie fan. Oh, fun, Debbie. Aw. Thanks, Amy. Oh, Carrie, your mom did? That's awesome. So doesn't it kind of make you want to paint them? Okay, so I'm going to go in here with my white. I'm going to show you what I do. This is a pretty thin round brush, and I did just kind of make a point. So this is probably a 2. Yeah, it is a 2. It's a 2 round, and I'll go in here and make the point. It's wet. I did get it wet, but then I kind of dried it a little and make the point so that I get a pretty good point. You can also use a liner brush, just anything. You can use this, and I will end up grabbing those because I'm lazy and don't want to wash and dry out brushes, so I will grab another one in a minute. But you're going to come in here and just kind of start wiggling, and I'm not touching down a whole lot because I kind of put a lot of paint on here, so I'm just doing wiggles, and that is all you're doing. This is for this type beard also. I've done a ton of different other types, so like, you know, if you like a different type better, then go for it. This is just, I'm just showing you this one. But this is part of the fun, y'all. This is part of the fun. It's just coming in here and doing these. And maybe when you paint yours, you want to do something totally different. And then you're going to have fun because you're going to like, oh, okay, so it doesn't have to be like Deb's. I can do it this way. And to me, that's part of the fun when you find other ways to do things or change it up and, you know, put your own twist. And then when y'all show me, I'm like a proud mama. I'm just like, oh my gosh, look at this. I'll make my husband look sometimes like, oh my gosh, look at this. She's getting so good. I've watched a lot of people really improve, you know, in like a year's time. And it's so fun to watch that. So what I did last time on my other one is I put that brush aside and I grabbed a smaller one, which I think it was this one. This is a 4/0, a very small liner. And I'm gonna get this in my white and then kind of try to come in here in between. I know it's kind of hard, but if you can, it's kind of fun to come in between and put those little wispies. Linda, you got to do it. Your little grandkids would love doing the gnome. And I've been waiting to see their little, see if they became little entrepreneurs like we discussed that time. No, but they would love painting this gnome. I think we all like painting gnomes. I used to be a absolutely no on gnomes. I did not like them at all, any kind of way. But the more I saw them and the more cute little paintings I saw with them, they grew on me. So I don't really have them in my house, but I have a lot of fun painting them. So paint it on a little card. Would somebody not be so surprised to get a little gnome card that says, "Welcome fall, aren't you ready for the cooler weather? I'm just thinking about you today." You know, things like that, we just need to take time to do. I'm preaching at myself, y'all, because I don't, and I need to, and I want to. So if we have the ability to, we should do it. Maybe we'll have a little contest, or not contest, but a little challenge in here to how many cards did you mail out this week or something. I mean, really, people love getting a card because I kind of rebelled and was like, I'm not buying a Hallmark card. That's crazy. I'm not paying $5 for a card. I mean, it's not worth it. So we make our own and outsmart them. We don't have to pay $5 for a card. We'll make our own. So we had fun doing it, and the person loves it 10 times more than a store-bought. Oh man, Martina's gnomes are crazy. Hi, Tracy. Yeah. You do, Marty? Oh, Alice, you should paint a gnome with Mommy. So, Sarah, if you said how your house is, I missed it. I'm sorry, but I know you had a water leak, and that just bums me out because I know I've been there. It's really a pain. And do you have to replace baseboards, or, did y'all catch it like immediately? I am coming over and just kind of letting it overlap the edge there. So guys, we're in Fallen for Fall. So August, our theme is Fallen for Fall. And you'll see back to school things, possibly. You'll see, of course, fall, all kind of fall designs. I had so many to choose from. I couldn't even decide. And the other ones that I'm going to do, like I had a few choices, I'm just going to do on my page but I love football and back to school. You'll just, who knows? I know what you're going to see, but yeah, it's going to be awesome. And our presenters are super ready. If you're a presenter, I should have said this earlier, comment, I'm a presenter. And I'm sure you guys know them by now. But anyway, you just do as much or as little as you want, for the beard. Oh, good. You have a fan drying the carpet. Okay. Well, I hope so, because that's no fun. And things, I'm looking at this flat, which is really hard. If you like to paint, then things get so distorted when you're just looking at it flat. So a lot of times I do go back and correct or, kind of. So you can use your imagination, and if you want the beard to look a different way, then do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do his little nose. And for his nose, I use a little bit of pink, any pink that I have on hand. This is cactus flower, so that's what I'm going to use because it's just sitting right here. These little 2-ounce bottles I love, but the paint dries right there, so I have to take something and pull it out. See that? If you don't, when you squirt it, it'll go all over the place. My famous phrase, ask me how I know. But I always want to tell y'all things that I learned the hard way. Okay, so a little bit of pink. I've got my white out, and a little bit, maybe, let's see. I probably will put a little bit of either the brown in, or I might just add a little cream, because right now it looks sort of like a pencil eraser, and when I add more white it just gets a lighter pink. So let me see what I have handy. Oh, I'll add this. This is buttermilk, and it's a really good yellowy cream color, so I can add a tiny dot of that and get the perfect nose color. So it took it from super pink to, just a cute pink. Like a very light, kind of creamy And this is just the brush I grabbed. You can use whatever you want to. A round brush is probably best for the nose. But I don't like to stop and wash it out and dry it off and be sure I got all the paint out. So I just grab whatever's handy. Yes, Sarah, I know you're busy doing that. Yes. Oh, y'all like the acorn? Thank you. Okay, so with a round brush, it makes it a little easier because your brush will just kind of follow around that curve. I made this nose a little bit wide. So I'm going to kind of come down a little bit to make it a little more uniform. Now, this is not looking on the camera the way it is for me because I'm looking at my computer and that looks really tan. And I guess it's just the lighting, but it's actually very pink, you know, peachy, actually a peachy color. It's not as tan as it looks on the camera, but anyway, I did this one very pinky. But like I said, I like to, you know, do something different, a little bit different on the next one, and still the same, but a little different. Okay. And I messed up my little beard there. I'm going to go ahead and pop in just a little more orange. Just grabbing another one of my round brushes, y'all. And going to go back into this. I actually am this time going to probably, let's see, let me just try some orange by itself. Because I didn't want it to be too crazy, but. And I like my pumpkin to be a little darker on the bottom because technically you would have, you know, shadow down there. So, but on whimsical paintings, they just really, it doesn't matter that much. Is there anything that you guys are wanting to see for August that's regarding back to school or fall? I'm just curious because I'm pretty sure we're going to have it covered. Oh, I forgot his feet. That's something I need to do. Kind of came in here to add these little ripples and then I forgot feet. We can do that super quick here. Y'all doing okay? Oh, hi Judy. No problem. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I mean, I know I'm not the best, guys. I just kind of teach how I learned, I guess, or how I needed to learn, and just tell you what I'm doing as I do it. We have some excellent presenters in this group and excellent teachers. I think it's so fun. So even if you don't want to paint what they're teaching, I recommend to at least watch some of it because you will pick up tricks that you can use on your next painting, whatever it is. So everybody can teach you something that you can use. And then all added together, you develop your own style and your own techniques. See how this is just literally half a circle. So if you did what I did and just covered over it, you can either trace it back on top once it's dry, or just come in and make a half a circle. And I can't tell if I'm even or anything, so I can always, you know, how's it look? I can always, hi Debbie, how are you tonight? Thanks for popping in. Debbie's one of our presenters, and I'm sure y'all know her. She is amazing. I just don't even want to paint when I'm with Debbie. I just want to listen and watch and observe everything she does. I'm just kind of bringing these right over to the edge, or slightly over the edge. Does it look pretty even to y'all? Yes, you're right, Christy. Thank you so much for saying that. We are actually trying to add in more crafters. So we do have a few, and we are going to be adding more. And I love doing crafts, so I will probably pop in at some point and do a craft. Maybe if somebody's sick or can't do their day, because I'm always doing crafts too. So yes, we want to also have some crafts because I know you guys like them. Thanks, Deborah. Christy's excellent with paper, and I mean excellent with paper. And there's so much she can teach us. So, and Sherry, I don't know if you're still here, but I think what Sherry does, a lot of what she does is crafty. It's not just art. It's kind of a combo. Okay. I was trying to decide if I want to do more to the beard or let it lie. There's a piece right there that's bothering me. I think I just wanted that white covered right there. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to change this because on your picture, are y'all seeing this as tan? It's really just probably the camera. I mean, the iPhone camera or the lighting. I've got good lighting. I don't know why it's showing so pale. But I'm going to come in and put some pink in case it is that pale for you guys. So if you don't like something, just do something different. So adding some pink here, and then I'm going to come in with a little bit of white to that pink to make a really light, very pale pink, and kind of come across the top where the light would be hitting his little nose. Yes, I made his body a little, more like a pumpkin. And I'm still just not 100%. Maybe it's because this one is all round and that one is had that little thing there. So maybe if I gotta be careful, got into that black. I think I am gonna give him some little, the pumpkin, the lines on the pumpkin. I'm gonna give him a couple because I think a couple of these would show. I think I want to dry brush it. I almost did it, but I'm gonna grab a brush that I can dry brush. Of course, the one I want's probably wet. Sure is, but I'm gonna get it and dry it. So this is a cheap, like boar's head brush, so it's real rough. But I really like it for certain things, and I'm hoping that it will work good for this. But what I want to do is just kind of dry brush it on there. I think I need a little more brown. Y'all bear with me while I'm mixing over here. I'm just going to kind of, I offloaded it a little to just kind of oh, thanks, Sue. See how I picked up that black? I didn't mean to do that. But his shoe's not dry, so I did it. Then I'm going to come back into this orange and see if I can pull some back out. So just put some orange on here, and it's going to kind of cover over that black some. So just let yours dry. That look like a, what are those called? I mean, really, it would be ideal to let it dry. Let those shoes dry before you do this part. Okay, let's do some leaves. I tell you what, I am a terrible leaf drawer, I found out. So I started to trace. I just drew these on here and traced. The other leaf never turned out well. But I also wanted to tell you what you can do is grab you some sunflowers or something. Now these are probably too big. I don't know, they might not be. But what I would do is take this off and cut this little piece down. Yes, ribs. Thank you, Shelly. How are you? I saw you had fun at a wreath convention. And you could literally hot glue that onto your canvas. Would that not be adorable? You could even put it there for the thing of his, the little tip of his hat. Now this one's awful big for that, but I mean, I don't think it's too big for that. What do y'all think of the little sunflower? I also have some smaller ones. These all just came from the Dollar Tree. You could probably tuck, you know, that there, or tuck some in beside the, you know. I mean, there's lots that you can do. So don't stop. If you want to do something crazy to your pumpkin, do it. Yeah, the sunflower is cute, isn't it? Well, do y'all want me to, tell me if you want me to hot glue that sunflower on or go ahead and do leaves. Y'all can vote. Is anybody with me? Oh, good. I still have some people. Oh, good. Thank y'all for not leaving me. Y'all are awesome. This is my kind of people. Y'all have grace for me because I'm telling you, I am a hot mess express, and I know I'm not for everybody, and I hate it. I hate it. I want to be for everybody, and but I know that I need a lot of work. So I appreciate y'all sticking with me. And as you see, I'm just kind of messing with this while I wait for y'all to vote. Do we want sunflower hot glued, or do we want paint leaves? Oh, sunflowers. Yes, glue the sunflower. Sunflower on the side. So we like it like right here. And I'm just looking at these orange ones and see if I wanted a few of those. I actually really like doing stuff like this because that kind of makes it a little more crafty, and you know, it's just a surprise element that you don't expect on canvas art. But there is no reason why you can't do that. So let me go ahead and while y'all can keep voting, and I'm gonna finish this up with a few, like I want to show y'all this copper penny. No, sorry, it's called worn penny. I keep saying copper penny, but it's worn penny. So it's a little darker than just the regular copper they have. Let's see if I have it. So this is bright copper and this is worn penny. So I like both, and both are great. But since this one's new to me, I've really been loving using it. So I'll show y'all. We'll put that on the acorn. Isn't that the prettiest? I don't know if y'all can see that. So pretty. Yeah, it's Linda, I love all the emojis. It's really, really pretty. Love this color of sunflower and the dimensions. Yeah, fun. Okay, I'm glad y'all liked it. I'm going to go ahead and do the lining. So let's grab a liner brush. But for those who are painting, you can easily do, and I did put the copper penny, I'm sorry y'all, worn penny on that one. So you can see it's really pretty. I probably should have done more to the leaf, like maybe put some veining on it. But at the time I didn't think about it, I guess. I'm not finding the liner brush I want, of course. Okay, so I'll just use this one, it'll be fine. And you can line with any color you want. If you want to use black, it'll make it pop, which I can do. Sorry guys, I'm at the bottom of the barrel here. And when I line, I usually add a little, just a drop, a tiny drop of water so that it thins it out a little bit. Just be sure it's not dripping or anything. But if it's thick, it's really hard to get a good line. You can do a whimsical line, which is kind of what I do. I don't worry about it being perfect. You can, you know, go super fast, and if you don't get it right, that's fine. Because it's a whimsical painting. You can kind of make it little, you know, what do you call it, wavy. So see, it's not perfect, that's okay. Or you can take your time. If you take your time, just go right along the line. I know the sunflower is going to be there, so that won't show. How am I doing on time, guys? Could probably step on it a little bit. You know we need a Halloween one, don't we? Did I show you all my Halloween? Yeah, I think I did, didn't I? Did I show you all my Halloween ceramic? Okay. You can take this black. I didn't on the last one, but I'll show you. And just kind of go around the beard if you want to. With just a little bit. And it'll make it, you know, kind of pop a little. You can also go around the nose. I'm trying to do a really easy, whimsical one. I don't want a big deal. And then if you want to, you could do some of these lines in your hat. But I'm having a light touch for that. Oh, good, Shelley. And then I'm going to line this little guy. This month, August, is the 1-year anniversary of Grace, my art membership. And it snuck up on me. I am so surprised that it's a year old. We have had a blast, or I have had a blast. Is there any Grace members on here? I know Debbie's on. I have just had a ball with it, and I hope that the ladies have too. But yeah, 1-year anniversary, so all month long we are celebrating. Grace is, I think I said, my monthly membership. I started to say, I bet y'all don't know what that is, but I really probably should make it more, you know, the name. I just thought it would be cute. I'm going to do a pretty good highlight right here. Like, it doesn't tell you what it is when you hear the name Grace, but I thought it was cute since my business is Art and Grace to have a little break off called Grace. Okay. So, you would think that I would have had my hot glue gun heating up, but luckily it only takes about 30 seconds. Oh, I do too, Debbie. I didn't see them, but I do like when you type something and it does that. You feel a little celebration, don't you? Thanks, Marty. I'm not loving the, I'm actually like really bothered by this outline on the beard. So y'all don't freak out. I thought the vision in my head just didn't look how it turned out. I thought that'll be cute with a big old, you know, line around it, but I don't like it. So that's the great thing about acrylic painting, is when it dries, you can paint right over it. So to cover the black, I am using the white. I'll have to just kind of go back in to redraw my lines. Y'all don't worry, I'm showing you. I am teaching y'all a good way to correct a mistake. This is all planned. I wanted to teach you this. Now I'm teasing, obviously. Anyway, I never finish my thought because something happens and I get, you know, sidetracked. But I'd love to have anybody, you know, join us in Grace if you're interested. So that's all I'm going to say, because when Shelly said that, I thought, I know, I love anniversaries, and I'm having one. But you just message me if you're interested. But I think probably I would dare say at least half of us that are in this group have an art membership and craft membership maybe. So, you know, there's somebody for everybody, and there's so many to choose from. So don't feel bad. Never feel bad if I'm not for you. There's probably somebody else who you would love to learn from, and, you know, so just kind of keep watching and see. It's probably a good idea to, you know, paint with them online a couple of times before you decide, and then go for it. Okay, so I am going to come back in and put some squigglies. So it's just like basically starting over on the squigglies right there. Think we can make this work, y'all? I don't even know. I'm just hoping that it works. And if not, I'll repaint it when it's over. So either way, it'll get corrected. You know, I could do a mustache. And that's another thing you can do is you could do a mustache if you want to. Just bring a few down so it doesn't look like I've got a whole bunch of short ones right there. Just kind of blend them in. Yes, Marty's in it. Yes. Christy, what's her last name? Christy, I'm blank. Christy Reynolds, right? I'm blank on her last name. She's in it, and she's been in here tonight. We do have a good time. We have sweet, sweet, sweet ladies. I'm mixing. I gotta have some more pink in here. We're almost ready. I know my hot glue's hot. Are y'all hanging or are you getting tired of this? Tired of this nonsense. Okay. That's good enough for me right now. So let's go and glue these babies on. Yeah, a mustache would be cute. I don't know why I never put a mustache. Probably because my husband's never had a mustache, so I just don't think of it. But right as I was doing that, I was like, oh, I could have done a mustache. So I just kind of put a dot. What? What's going on? It's not hot. Something's wrong. I guess the little button wasn't switched. The little on button, I always forget, but it's right here. And sometimes I guess the way I grab the gun, I flick it off. So I wait 60 seconds or 30. But I do love my hot glue gun. I love that it's cordless and I can take it around. Do y'all want a sneak peek while you wait? I'm going to show you something super cute. Well, I think it's cute. For a tier tray or a little shelf sitter. So yes, do y'all want to see it? I got to see hearts or something. Look. So it's just one of these little boxes, just the box. And then I took, I guess, craft sticks, like, what do you call those? Why do I keep going blank? I hope something's not wrong with my brain. Popsicle sticks, but the larger ones is what I used. And then a little twig, which just literally comes out of the backyard. I tied a little black jute around it and cut this out of ribbon. And then I did raise it up by putting a little block behind it, like a little Jenga block. So that's that. That's super cute, super easy, but it'll be cute on a tier tray or on my little shelf. Ready to glue? Oh, thanks. I had to give y'all something to look at while we waited on this dumb hot glue. Okay, I need somebody to do me a favor. Carrie, will you write the word now? N-O-W. Just write the word now or type. Okay, so just putting a little dot of hot glue on this. I'm not going to put a whole lot because I might want to rip it off, but I doubt it. So I'm just going to put that right there on the corner. I'm going to cut, the little back of this off. Okay, now, you guys comment something. I don't care what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. You can say today. You can say green. I don't care what the word is. And then in a minute, I'm going to have Carrie type now again. And everybody who's within that little circle, within that spot, somebody's going to get a prize. so y'all can just, I don't know, any word you want to. You can type gnome. And I'm sorry if you end up watching the replay that you weren't here to play the game. I wish everybody could, but I like to reward y'all. This has been a little bit of a journey, so I want to reward y'all for sticking with me. Okay, what do we think? Gnomeo, that's cute. Gnomeo. You know, you could pop one over here maybe for a little pop of color on that other side. You like the orange? Do y'all think it needs one over here? Kind of feel like maybe peeking out. There's Linda, a little fellow Grace member. Yeah. Yes. Okay, somebody said yes, do it. This one? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Sue. I must say so let's put it. I think it just might need a little pop. But you could definitely add a leaf or something, you know. That was a lot of glue, but I'm just going to probably glue it right there to the sunflower. But yeah, you could... what I would do if I was going to do a leaf, I would cut it right off of that and then have it sticking like that. Why not? Let's just add a little leaf. Harvest. There. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to highlight his shoe. It's kind of the last thing that I didn't notice. I didn't do. Do y'all see anything I didn't do? Oh, the hat too. But let me grab a little bit of white and mix it to get... I'm mixing with the gray that I already have on my plate, so it's not a stark white. Got little fibers from all the flowers. See, these are like cattails I bought at Dollar Tree, and they've got fibers all over my... Just gonna kind of come in here and put a little highlight on the top of his shoe. And then I was going to do a little black line there, and then we're done. Amy Murray, are you still on here? Oh, y'all, I gotta replace my black here. I've got more, I just don't have it handy. But I'm gonna try to make this work. Okay, guys, y'all will probably do this and it'll be so much cuter because mine really is a little bit of a hot mess, but I love him. Like, I like gnomes that are hot messes. I don't want a perfect gnome. I don't. Oh, Amy, so what time, oh, bless you, what time are you tomorrow night? Did you tell me and I just forgot? I'm sure you did. I want to say 7 Central, but what time? So I don't want to announce it if I'm wrong. Oh, I'm so glad, Sue. Like, yes, and please show me. You're going to go, I shouldn't show her. She's going to feel bad because mine is so much cuter. That's okay. I love it. I'm fine with it. Oh, 7 Central. I missed it at first. Okay, I'm going to bring the camera up, guys, if I can. I've got to loosen everything, so bear with me. Y'all are like, oh my gosh, this lady, and it's going to be upside down. One day, guys, one day. There. Thank y'all so much for sticking with me. And I hope that y'all had fun. If nothing else, it's fun to chat in the comments with everybody. Got this big bright light on me, I'm sorry. But I know we're going to have a blast in this group. We already have been having a blast. And now we've got this fall theme and we're all excited about it. So everybody's ready. I'm going to post a schedule in here. In fact, tonight, right now, when I get off, I'm going to choose a winner and I'm going to, oh, did somebody type here? Carrie, will you type here again? So I know that's the block where if anybody commented during that time, they're in the contest. But what was I going to say? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank y'all so much for having grace and just being cool with it and being like, whatever. Thanks, Dawn. So I will post at least this week's schedule for you. If they have not turned in their time yet, then, and there's only maybe one or two, but then I don't want to post that, but I'll post the rest of this week. But Amy is tomorrow night, Amy Murray with Sugar Hill Art Studio. And I know most of y'all love her, know her, but if you are not following her, go follow her. Follow me too, if you're not. And everybody in here is worth following, and it just boosts our page. It helps Facebook know that you guys like us, and hopefully we'll share with more people. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank y'all enough. Yes, we love Amy, and we are just going to have a blast this month. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, thank y'all. Y'all are the best. Seriously, I brag that I think that the people in this group are the best. Super supportive, which is what we need in this world, right? So thank y'all. Have a great night, and I will post the schedule and pick a winner right now. Bye, guys.